International Rugby League full match, Australia versus England and NZ preview epic moments. Under the brooding skies of the Pacific, where anthems rise like prayers carried on the wind, one question lingers. Can a single game remind the world why rugby league still beats at the heart of nations divided by oceans but united by spirit? At the crossroads of rivalry and respect, three titans prepare: Australia, England, and New Zealand. Their story stretches beyond the scoreboard, carved in decades of bruises, brilliance, and brotherhood. From Sydney's golden glare to Wigan's cold mist, this isn't just a match, it's the next chapter in a living legend. Please like, share, and subscribe for more powerful rugby league stories. As the players line up for the anthems, silence falls. Green and gold, white and red, black and silver. Three flags flutter, each carrying generations of pride. Faces focus, eyes close. Some whisper prayers, others stare straight into destiny. In that stillness, you can almost hear the heartbeat of the game itself. The whistle shatters the calm. Australia strike first, sharp, precise, unstoppable, slicing through England's defense like a surgeon's blade. The crowd erupts, shaking the air with awe and disbelief. But England rise. Their defense hardens, their counterattack burns with the pride of a nation that refuses to bow. Then comes brilliance, a looping pass sidestep, a diving finish. Even the Kiwis, watching ahead of their own battle, nod in quiet respect. The crowd's roar turns into something deeper. Not just noise, but emotion. Flags wave higher. Old fans wipe their eyes. Every tackle, every try, another verse in rugby's eternal song. By the second half, fatigue replaces fear. Bodies ache, the hits grow heavier, the space closes in. Yet from the chaos, poetry emerges. A desperate offload, a fingertip try, a celebration that feels like redemption. Even the commentators fall silent because sometimes words can't capture greatness. Then the turning point. Australia, battered but unbroken, hold the line against a relentless English storm. Every man defends not with strength alone, but with soul. When the ball finally spills loose, the eruption is primal, pure, unfiltered courage. This isn't just sport, it's storytelling, alive and eternal. The final whistle blows. Time seems to freeze. Players collapse, some in triumph, others in disbelief. Handshakes replace taunts. Respect replaces rivalry. Only those who've lived this battlefield truly understand the bond forged here. Around the world, screens light up. Clips flood social media. Slow motion tries, fans in tears, teammates embracing like brothers. Hashtag surge, Kangaroos, Three Lions, Kiwis pride. Every highlight, every replay becomes a reminder that the world still craves raw, human authenticity. Commentators call it one of the greatest test matches in years. Analysts break down stats. But fans, they talk about feeling, about why they fell in love with rugby league all over again. Because under those lights, men became mirrors of resilience, reflections of what it means to fight, fall, and rise again. Rugby league has never been just a contest. It's life in motion. The grind, the glory, the heartbreak, and the healing. Tonight's match didn't just crown a winner, it reignited belief that heart still matters, that tradition still lives, that sport still unites. In the days that follow, legends weigh in. It's not the scoreline people will remember, says one former captain, it's the spirit. Another calls it a reminder of what international rugby league should feel like. Words that matter, spoken by men who've lived the same fire. Players echo that sentiment. The Australian captain, voice-breaking, says, "This jersey means everything. Every tackle, every drop of blood. It's for those who came before us." England's skipper, exhausted but proud, smiles. "We gave it everything." That's what these games are about, standing tall against the best. Even rivals applaud. That's the power of respect. The Kiwis, watching from afar, feel the spark ignite. One of them says simply, "We saw what they did tonight. Now it's our turn." Not envy, inspiration. The kind that drives nations forward, one tackle at a time. And in the end, what remains isn't a scoreline. It's a story of shared humanity. Of warriors divided by borders, united by passion. Of fans around the globe, bound by the same heartbeat, echoing through every anthem, every cheer, every moment. Because this is what sport was made for. Not trophies, not fame, but truth. The truth that when we give everything, we create something eternal. A heartbeat that outlives the game itself. As the floodlights fade and the players disappear down the tunnel, their shadows stretch across the grass, symbols of legacy, effort, and love. Tomorrow, the bruises will hurt. But tonight, the world stands still in admiration. Because long after the score is forgotten, this match will live on, not as a statistic, but as a heartbeat. Proof that International Rugby League still has the power to move mountains, mend hearts, a heartbeat that outlives the game itself. As the floodlights fade and the players disappear down the tunnel, their shadows stretch across the grass, symbols of legacy, effort, and love. Tomorrow, the bruises will hurt, but tonight, the world stands still in admiration. Because long after the score is forgotten, this match will live on, not as a statistic, but as a heartbeat. Proof that International Rugby League still has the power to move mountains, mend hearts, and make heroes. Would you like me to tailor this version for YouTube narration, shorter sentences, time for pacing, and viewer retention? It'll sound more cinematic and flow perfectly with visuals and music.